Welcome to Neo Planet S, spawning in the bottom left-hand position as the Blue Zerg from Kespa Team 8. Currently, they're down 0-2. He needs to make a shift in the atmosphere. It's Savage.
His opponent spawning as a Red Terran on the top right position. All he has to do is carry the momentum for his team. His name is Light, playing for WOONGJIN Stars.
Light seems to be, I think, kind of the one of the best Terrans from WOONGJIN Stars. He's kind of their go-to Terran. I remember you was talking about, like, you know, they were using Bravo a little bit earlier on in the Pro League seasons, but Light, you know, he's just been on a tear recently, and I guess if he's doing well in internal in-house rankings, then, you know, why not keep sending him out?
Yeah, and pretty soon we might even see the return of Oregon/Piano, because he did return from military, and if he's doing well in the in-house rankings, he could still come back and play in Pro League.
That's true. Now, I think you said that he had like something like a ridiculous win rate in Brood War.
Piano?
Yeah.
He didn't really have a ridiculous win rate, but when he needed a win for his team, for example, Air Force Ace, he started getting the wins for him, and he got tons of playing time once he went to Air Force Ace. So now WOONGJIN Stars, you know, since he's back, if they actually train him, and I think he could become one of the top players, one of the players for Pro League once again.
It's true. They certainly have a lot of talent on that team, so would not be surprised to see him get boosted up so fast from that. Of course, one of the best ways to really improve in StarCraft if you're playing on a higher level, well, you know, actually any level really, is just to play against people better than you, because you get used to, you know, it's harder, you can't get away with certain things. That's one of the reasons why it's so powerful to play on the Korean server as opposed to the other servers.
I was going to get to that at the last second.
Don't worry, I already beat you to it, man. All right, well, we got
server is so hard compared to me.
Hatchery going up for Light here. Sorry, for Savage
here. And Command Center first.
Yes. So we've seen very identical builds to the first game between Pure and Sulky here. Of course, that was also a Terran versus Zerg. And I guess we're going to just go into a macro game once again. You know, I would be actually really confused if I saw Light go mech again, because it clearly didn't work that well against his, I guess, his teammate Sulky. So unless he has something like very specific with the mech style, then, you know.
Well, like I said, the map does favor our mech a little better than the previous map Whirlwind because of the size of the map, the rush distance, and, you know, it's really easy to fortify the third base and the natural. Now, I really expect Light to go bio, because like that's something that he was strong in when we saw last time when we played TBC in Pro League. And, you know, if you're strong with something, just stick with it. Those builds are gonna get you wins. Not something cheesy, not something flashy, not something different style. Just play as comfortably as possible and do something that you're prepared for the day.
Oh, that sounds a lot like the personality of Light. You know, just go with the flow, do your thing, be invisible, don't stand out. Light, of course, nicknamed the Invisible Terran because people often forget to use the hair, but that has become a feature of him by virtue, so kind of an interesting way that things turn out. Factory on the way for Light here, so he will probably go get some Hellions out on the way, maybe some Widow Mines a little bit earlier. It really just depends on how his build order is going to turn out this game. He also decided to go for that gas, of course, otherwise he wouldn't be able to build that factory, but interestingly enough, we don't see Savage going for the early gas like Sulky did in the first game here.
Yeah, it seems like knowing that his opponent did not actually get the barracks out first, he's going to use the Queens to block off the possible Reapers that some Terran players have been doing. And look at this Light, he's getting a fast third command center.
Yeah. Almost, I say this is becoming more and more standard as time goes on. Players are better at defending against these all-ins and trying to keep up in the economic macro game, realizing that it's a lot harder to, you know, really damage the Zerg's economy earlier on in the game.
Savage just droning up heavily right now, taking the first two gases for himself. Is he going to take a third base anytime soon?
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. We do have Light moving his SCV over here, doing a little bit of scouting. I guess he's going to go over and check and see if that third base has been taken, which of course it is not. And also we have a pretty fast starport on the way as well for Light, so, you know, maybe we're going to see some type of harassment against him.
What's funny about Light is that he did this exact same build, except the third command center in Brood War days. He just went for the barracks, factory, and then starport. And I remember casting after looking at Starcraft2 and 111 became popular, so I was always explaining, well, it seems like he might have carried this build over from Starcraft2 back into Brood War.
All right, it looks like
nice snipe with the drone.
That
that had a really low HP on the SCV.
I guess nice snipe indeed there. So Savage going to go ahead and take his third base, but Light does know about it. And we see also Savage getting a good amount of queens out. He's going to really focus on that heavy creep spread. And Viking out on the way, interesting. So I guess he just wants to clear out some of these overlords on the map, getting a little bit of map control. And it looks like Light will be going into bio here. He is producing a Marine, getting that stim as well. Double engineering bay on the way from him as well. So of course everything points to the bio. Kind of hard to now go bio at this point.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Savage, his tech is going to be slightly late because he's going for the Roach Worm right now.
Yep, so he's going to go for that Roach Worm. Maybe he wants to try to do some bit of timing. Maybe he expects mech. I mean, it's possible, but probably not here.
That's the reason why Light decided to make a Viking, just to keep Savage in the dark. And it really depends on what Savage saw with his forces. He's seeing the Hellions right now, so the Roaches, are they going to bust down just like Soulkey style when he played against Sky High, trying to deal economic damage against your opponent earlier in the game, just to go into the mid game to the late game and you have complete control of the map? Or is it just reaction to seeing these Hellions? I don't think it's a reaction. I think he wants to do some good amount of damage with the Roaches.
And we do have the layer on the way as well. +1 melee and +1 carapace on the way though, so he's still investing into these Zergling upgrades here. Roach Warren maybe just be for panic defense at this point because Savage really just focusing a lot on his economy, droning up heavily. And I love the creep spread that we're seeing from Savage. Very impressive. 9 minutes in the game, already covering a lot of this map terrain here. Let's see, and also 18 Zerglings out for Savage as well, just using them for basic defense here. He's going to probably go into the Needling Baneling tech. I would anticipate that from him, while Light is just, going for a straight-up standard bio. He has a few Widow Mines for defense, so any type of Roach attack probably wouldn't work too well against him at this point. And we do see Light taking his third base as well.
Yeah, and since the Zerg is being so inactive around the map and making up to 86 drones, Light can go for the third base relatively quickly, and he could actually fortify it really easily. Behind this, he's getting 2 more barracks, and he's just going to spam out Marines. And once the medevacs come out, around 11 minutes, that's when he is going to start moving out on the map and start attacking his opponent left and right.
Yep, indeed. I can't wait for him to get aggressive here. This game has been very passive so far. A little bit over the norm. And here we go, a little bit of harassment from Savage there, picking off one of those Widow Mines before running out there. Doesn't even lose a single Zergling. And this Viking still moving around the map, trying to snipe off a few more Overlords here, but we do have the Overlord speed upgrade completed, so it may be able to run away from that Overlord, but
not gonna work out.
It's gonna get taken.
He didn't micro that, so
he didn't really care. It's just one Overlord. It's not even controlling any units right now, man.
Now we have 4 Widow Mines, 6 Marines, and 4 Hellions, so this is not a huge scary force, but this also pressures the Zerg player because, if the Widow Mines are in perfect position, it's hard for the Zerg player with the Zerglings and the Banelings to engage this army, but that's tons of Zerglings. The Widow Mine placement needs to be perfect if Light actually wants to push out. I think it's better for him to get more Marines out, saturate his third base, get 2 base economy, and then slowly push out on the map while doing the medevac harassment instead of slowly moving out on the map like this.
Yeah. I do like that Savage has drawn up so heavily and is just completely covering this map and creep, like freaking creep everywhere. And Light's just doing his best to clear out it now, and we have a little bit of a Zergling attack here at the third base. Those Zerglings will get taken out there without any damage really done here. More scans going down now. The Zerglings moving in here. It looks like they want to do some damage. Nice job baiting a few of those Widow Mines there. He does lose the Overseer, but the Widow Mines won't really be able to do any real damage to Savage's army.
So now we have 11 mutas coming out, and do we have the +1/+1 already finished for our Terran player? Seems like so. And here comes another Zerglings. Instead of Zerglings.
Yep, the Zerglings running in there. Baneling getting hit by that Widow Mine, losing a few there. Nice scans from Light. He's really committing to trying to clear out this creep, but there are so many creep tumors on the map. He may not even be able to completely do that. And now, moving in here with a lot of reinforcement. Nice Widow Mine connection there, killing off a lot of those Zerglings. Yet another one going off there, killing 2 Banelings. So these Widow Mines have proven themselves very cost efficient, but now the Widow Mines moving in here, actually killing a few of those mutas. They're getting them pretty low on health, but Savage is still able to clear them out.
And remember, the mutas have a fast region, but they also need to make sure that they don't get attacked while going for the region. And here is a double medevac drop inside the third base.
Yeah, the medevac drop, actually very nice Spore Crawler defense by Savage there. Having 2 on that corner, though, that's going to definitely make Light think twice about doing drops here again, but still this drop will do a little bit of damage, gets a drone or two there, kills off the Spine Crawler. Baneling's reinforcing here, they're going to be able to clear out the rest of this drop, and now the Mutas will move in and kill off that last medevac. Alligator clips on the way as well for Savage. For Light, going to allow him to burrow those Widow Mines a lot faster. And we have continued Muta production from Savage here, so he will start to move up into a decent number here. Very nice move by Savage here. He's going to be able to deny this third base quite easily there, finishing off that Viking, the SCB, and the few Marines there.
Yeah, Light was so active around the map so that his opponent Savage could not go for the Muta harassment, and this is the first time that he was able to do something with the Mutas instead of just engaging the main army. But now look at this, Light, he's just getting constant Marine production out with the medevacs. And Savage, he has up to 4 bases, he has up to 8 gases, but what he needs to start getting is getting those infestors out, getting up to high tech, getting the ultras out, and possibly the greater spire. He needs the better tech. If he just sits on
oh wow, those are some
weak
Widow Mines. So I guess what did we learn today, class? We learned that it takes 3 Banelings to kill Widow Mines, not 2. And those Banelings have 2/2 upgrades as well, mind you.
Yeah, I'm just surprised the Widow Mines actually did not die.
Alright, so like you said a little bit earlier, not seeing any advanced tech from Savage here. I do want to see him move out of this Mutiling Baneling tech into more of a hive composition here. But now, Savage is getting ready to move in here. Uh-oh. Whoa, very close there. Killing off a lot of those units there. Those Mutas getting very low on health. But now, the Baneling's actually just connecting with the Marauders there. And a nice Baneling connect. Baneling's connecting from the back. Nice little sandwich there from Savage. He's going to move right into the middle line at third base, killing off a lot of SCVs there, completely demolishing them. 19 now dead, but look at this at the same time. Light in the main base of Savage is going to be able to move in there, snipe the Queen. He may even be able to snipe the Spire, but now also the fourth base is under attack at the same time. So much action going on around the map, but the reinforcements will allow Savage to save his main base, but the fourth base is under attack, and it's going to go down from these units here, and at the third base, those units from Light will get cleaned up by that increasingly large Muta count. He already has 18.
He does have 18, but Light can actually match the production. I mean, he lost the SCVs, but all he has to make is make the mules, and oh my god!
He just lost 8 Mutalisks there to those Widow Mines.
You know, something that's really disappointing from Savage throughout this whole game is Widow Mine Diffusal, really.
He has not been doing an amazing job there, unfortunately, but he still has a lot of units here. Rolling in here with a lot of Zerglings, Banelings, and Mutas, really decided to stay on this unit tech here, and I think he wants to really make something happen here, moving in with the Banelings. They're getting decent connections, but the problem is there's just not enough Zerg units, and now we have Savage in a very bad position. 110 supply to 151. Light taking a very large advantage here after being so cost efficient against that Zerg army.
And here's a bigger problem. He does have the infestation pit out. He does have the infestor tech. We have 2 of them coming out, but the hive just started. And now with Light pushing out, and with Savage throwing away all of his army in that engagement, he can only rely on Zerglings, Banelings, and few infestors to survive for the next extra few minutes.
Yep, nice connections there with that Zerg army. Light forced to get out of there, but the problem is Light's going to be moving in from another angle very soon here towards that third base there, and just setting up more Widow Mines. Even doing looks like a drop into the main base there, so really cool using the Ignite Afterburners against that. But we have a big run by from here, and those Widow Mines, they will barely not connect with those Banelings there, but now the Banelings are moving in, and they're going to be able to do a good amount of damage to those workers, but at the same time, Light dropping Savage's main base there, and look at that command center solo, and it does end up dying, so, Savage doing a good amount of damage here. Also deflections drop, a few of those drones do die, and there's no mining on those geysers there in the main base, pretty much, from Savage. He needs to go ahead and put units back on there.
Oh yeah, well, the Zerg player really can't focus well at this part of the game. They have to, they have to focus everywhere around the map just to make sure where the medevacs are, where Light is going to attack potentially next. And the Banelings actually trying to connect, but it didn't really do anything.
Not too cost efficient, unfortunately. Zerglings moving in here. Nice pickup from Light, going to save a lot of those units, and it looks like Light, he's starting to move in here. But look at this, we have a very large Zergling Baneling Infestor army. The Widow Mines, though, that's the biggest issue here. Oh my god, Widow Mines doing a lot of damage here, going off. This attack is extremely cost inefficient for a Savage, but somehow he is still able to constantly push back Light and hold on. But I feel like the defenses of Savage, we're seeing the cracks, and he is slowly starting to break here, and I think over time Light will be able to secure a victory.
Yeah, I mean, he's just reinforcing with the Zerglings right now. I mean, Hive should be done by now. Where are the Ultras? I mean, there's here Infested Terrans over here, and they're doing a nice job killing these SCVs, but those should be gone for those should be used for fungals on the main army instead of trying to use the Infested Terrans to harass the SCVs.
Like doing a nice little bit of harassing here. Nice transfuse from that Queen on that Spine Crawler. They're going to allow Savage to buy a little bit more time here. He's getting his 3-3 now. Hive Tech has finished for him as well, but you know, Light, he is keeping the aggression on full force against Savage here, not giving him any type of breathing room whatsoever.
There's a difference between having a Hive and getting the Hive Tech units out. No, that's the situation that Savage is in. He already has a tech up there. All he needs to do is start making those buildings and get those units out, but he can't do so because Light is just constantly pressuring his opponents.
Oh, even dropping the Mana Mules, convincing Savage this game is over. Even if Savage can defend here, it doesn't really matter. The supplies are just really favoring our WOONGJIN Stars player right now. And I mean, that Infestor, what can it do? There's nothing to reinforce. Light has so many units moving across the map. That's going to be it. GG.
So quick 3-0 for WOONGJIN Stars today as they defeat players like Cure, Argo, and Savage back to back to back.
Not a great start for Team 8 at all. And looking at this next matchup here, I mean, Terminator is a great player, but the problem is he has to play SOS, the player with the greatest Pro League record right now in Pro League.
Well, remember what happened yesterday. EGTO started off so